Section 8D, Awards and Decorations. 8.17 Awards and Decorations Program. U.S. Air Force members may make many personal and professional sacrifices to ensure the Air Force accomplishes its mission. Acts of valor, heroism, exceptional service, and outstanding achievement deserve special recognition. The Air Force Military Awards and Decorations Program, as outlined in AFI 36-2803, the Air Force Military Awards and Decorations Program, is designed to recognize units, organizations, and individuals and to foster morale, provide incentive, and instill esprit de corps. Individuals or units considered for awards and decorations under this program must clearly demonstrate sustained and superior performance. Awards from foreign governments may be accepted only in recognition of combat service or for outstanding or unusual meritorious performance, and are only authorized to be awarded upon approval from the Department of the Air Force. 8.18 Service and Campaign Awards. Service and Campaign Awards recognize members for honorable military service, for participation in a campaign, period of war, national emergency, expedition, or specified significant peacetime military operation. Awards also recognize individuals who participate in specific or significant military operations and who participate in specific types of service. Individuals should keep copies of their travel orders and their travel vouchers as documented proof of entitlement to service and campaign awards. Several service and campaign awards are briefly described here. Additional information on service and campaign awards can be found in AFI 36-2803 or on the Air Force MyPurse website. Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal. The Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal is awarded to members of the U.S. Armed Forces who participated in United States military operations, operations in direct support of the United Nations, or operations of assistance for friendly foreign nations. Service members who may be eligible are those who participated in or engaged in direct support of an operation for 30 consecutive days in the area of operations, or the full period of operations, or for 60 non-consecutive days when engaged in actual combat or equally hazardous duty with an armed opposition, when wounded or injured and required medical evacuation from the area, or when accumulating 15 days of service as an assigned crew member of an aircraft flying sorties in the area in direct support of the military operation. Service members will not be awarded more than one expeditionary medal for services during a specific period or duties during an operation. Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal. The Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal was established on 12 March 2003. The Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal is awarded to members who deployed on or after 11 September 2001 for service in Operations Enduring Freedom, Iraqi Freedom, or New Dawn. Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. The Global War on Terrorism Service Medal was established on 12 March 2003. The Global War on Terrorism Service Medal is awarded to members who participated in the Global War on Terrorism operations outside of the designated area of eligibility for the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, Afghanistan Campaign Medal, and Iraq Campaign Medal, on or after 11 September 2001 until a future date to be determined. Afghanistan Campaign Medal. The Afghanistan Campaign Medal was established on 29 November 2004 and recognizes service members who serve or have served in support of designated Afghanistan operations. Effective 1 May 2005, members deployed to Afghanistan receive the respective campaign medal in lieu of the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal. Iraq Campaign Medal. The Iraq Campaign Medal was established on 29 November 2004 and recognizes service members who serve or have served in support of designated Iraq operations. Effective 1 May 2005, members deployed to Iraq receive the respective campaign medal in lieu of the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal. Korean Defense Service Medal. In February 2004, Department of Defense approved the Korean Defense Service Medal for regular Air Force Reserve, and Air National Guard personnel as recognition for military service in the Republic of Korea and the surrounding waters after 28 July 1954 until a future date to be determined. Kosovo Campaign Medal. The Kosovo Campaign Medal was established on 3 May 2000 and recognizes the accomplishment of military service members participating in or in direct support of Kosovo operations. Armed Forces Service Medal. The Armed Forces Service Medal is awarded to members of the U.S. Armed Forces who, after 1 June 1992, have participated as military members in a military operation that is deemed to be a significant activity by the Joint Chiefs of Staff and encountered no foreign armed opposition or imminent threat of hostile action. Operations that may be eligible for individual recognition include Maritime Monitor, Provide Promise, Deny Flight, Sharp Guard, Task Force Able Sentry, Uphold Democracy, Joint Endeavor, Provide Comfort, Joint Guard, Joint Forge, Humanitarian Relief for Hurricanes Katrina and Rita, Jumpstart, and Unified Promise. Humanitarian Service Medal. The Humanitarian Service Medal is awarded to members of the U.S. Armed Forces and their reserve components who, after 1 April 1975, distinguished themselves as individuals or members of military units or ships by meritorious direct participation in a significant military act or operation of humanitarian nature. Direct participation refers to any member assigned directly to the humanitarian operation providing hands-on participation. A listing of approved operations for the Humanitarian Service Medal are identified in DoD Manual 1348.33, Manual of Military Decorations and Awards. Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal. The Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal was established on 9 January 1993 to recognize members of the U.S. Armed Forces who performed outstanding volunteer community service of a sustained, direct, and consequential nature. Armed Forces Reserve Medal. The Armed Forces Reserve Medal is awarded to U.S. Armed Forces Reserve Component members or former members who have completed a total of 10 years of service within a period of 12 consecutive years, or upon mobilization or contingency military personnel appropriation order to active duty. 8.19 Unit Awards. These awards are presented to military units that distinguish themselves during peacetime or in action against hostile forces or an armed enemy of the United States. To preserve the integrity of unit awards, they are approved only to recognize acts or services clearly and distinctly outstanding by nature and magnitude. The acts or services recognized must place the unit's performance above that of other units similar in composition and mission and be of such importance that they cannot be appropriately recognized in any other way. Only one unit award is awarded for the same achievement or service. The unit's entire service must have been honorable during the distinguished act. An organization may display the award elements of a unit award. Designated subordinate units of the organization may also share in the award. However, higher organizations may not. All assigned or attached people who served with a unit during a period for which a unit award was awarded are authorized the appropriate ribbon if they directly contributed to the mission and accomplishments of the unit. The 5 most common unit awards worn by Air Force members today are Gallant Unit Citation, the Meritorious Unit Award, the Air Force Outstanding Unit Award, the Air Force Organizational Excellence Award, and the Joint Meritorious Unit Award. Gallant Unit Citation. The Gallant Unit Citation was approved by the Secretary of the Air Force in March 2004 and is awarded to Air Force units for extraordinary heroism in action against an armed enemy of the United States while engaged in military operations involving conflict with an opposing foreign force on or after 11 September 2001. The unit must have performed with marked distinction under difficult and hazardous conditions in accomplishing its mission so as to set it apart from and above other units participating in the same conflict. The Gallant Unit Citation will normally be earned by units that have participated in single or successive actions covering relatively brief time spans. Meritorious Unit Award. The Meritorious Unit Award was approved by the Secretary of the Air Force in March 2004 and is awarded to Air Force units for exceptionally meritorious conduct in performance of outstanding achievement or service in direct support of combat operations for at least 90 continuous days during the period of military operations against an armed enemy of the United States on or after 11 September 2001. Superior performance of normal missions alone will not justify award of the Meritorious Unit Award. Service in a combat zone is not required, but service must be directly related to the combat effort. The Meritorious Unit Award is not awarded to any unit or component previously awarded the Air Force Outstanding Unit Award, Air Force Organizational Excellence Award, or unit awards for other service components for the same act, achievement, or service. Air Force Outstanding Unit Award. The Air Force Outstanding Unit Award was established and awarded in the name of the Secretary of the Air Force on 6 January 1954. The Air Force Outstanding Unit Award is awarded only to numbered units or numbered air forces, air divisions, wings, groups, and squadrons. To be awarded the Air Force Outstanding Unit Award, an organization must have performed meritorious service or outstanding achievements that clearly set the limit above and apart from similar units. Commanders must annually review the accomplishments of their eligible subordinate units and recommend only those units that are truly exceptional. Commanders send Air Force Outstanding Unit Award recommendations to their major commands for consideration. Certain recommendations for the Air Force Outstanding Unit Award are exempt from annual submission, such as recommendations for specific achievements, combat operations, or conflict with hostile forces. Only 10% of similar units assigned to a command are recommended annually. Air Force Organizational Excellence Award. The Air Force Organizational Excellence Award was established and awarded in the name of the Secretary of the Air Force on 6 January 1954. The Air Force Organizational Excellence Award has the same guidelines and approval authority as the Air Force Outstanding Unit Award. The Air Force Organizational Excellence Award is awarded to unnumbered organizations such as a Major Commands, a Field Operating Agency, a Direct Reporting Unit, the Office of the Chief of Staff, other air staff, and Deputy Assistant Chief of Staff agencies. Only 10% of similar units assigned to a command are recommended annually. Joint Meritorious Unit Award. The Joint Meritorious Unit Award was established 4 June 1981 and is awarded in the name of the Secretary of Defense to recognize joint units and activities such as a joint task force for meritorious achievement or service superior to that normally expected. Air Force members assigned or attached to the Joint Unit or Joint Task Force awarded a Joint Meritorious Unit Award may be eligible to wear the Joint Meritorious Unit Award ribbon. 8.20 Air Force Service Medals and Achievement Awards. Achievement awards recognize members for achieving or meeting specific types of pre-established criteria or requirements of qualification, service, performance, or conduct. The Military Personnel section determines and verifies eligibility for the various types of achievement awards and makes the appropriate entry into personnel records. The Military Personnel section determines and verifies eligibility for the various types of achievement awards and makes the appropriate entry into personnel records. The Military Personnel section also procures and provides the initial issue of all achievement medals and ribbons. See Attachment 6, Air Force Ribbons and Medals, and Attachment 7, Air Force Devices. Air Force Combat Action Medal. The Air Force Combat Action Medal is awarded to Air Force members, Airman Basic through Colonel, who actively participated in ground or air combat on or after 11 September 2001. Actions eligible include deliberately going into an enemy's domain or defending the base while conducting official duties, and having experienced enemy fire by lethal weapons or having fired upon the enemy at the risk of grave danger. Combat Readiness Medal. The Combat Readiness Medal is awarded for sustained individual combat or mission readiness or preparedness for direct weapon system employment, subject to combat readiness reporting, individually certified as combat and/or mission ready, subject to a continuous individual position evaluation program, and upon completion of 24 months of sustained combat or mission readiness. Air Force Good Conduct Medal. The Air Force Good Conduct Medal is awarded to enlisted personnel for exemplary conduct while on active military service. Award of the Air Force Good Conduct Medal is automatic unless denied by the unit commander for reasons of less than exemplary conduct. Air and Space Campaign Medal. The Air and Space Campaign Medal is awarded to members of the Air Force who, after 24 March 1999, supported a significant military operation designated by the Chief of Staff of the Air Force to recognize personnel who provide support of combat operations at home station or from outside the geographic area of combat, and were not eligible for the Kosovo Campaign Medal or other Operation Allied Force Department of Defense campaign medals. Air Force Expeditionary Service Ribbon. The Air Force Expeditionary Service Ribbon is awarded in recognition for Air Expeditionary Force deployed status. Deployment status is defined as either 45 consecutive days or 90 non-consecutive days in deployed status. 8.21 Decorations. Formal recognition for personal excellence that requires individual nomination and Air Force or Department of Defense approval. Decorations are awarded in recognition of acts of valor, heroism, courage, exceptional service, meritorious service, or outstanding achievement that clearly place members above their peers and of such importance that the person cannot receive proper recognition in any other way. When being considered for a decoration, the determining factors involve the member's level of responsibility, achievements, accomplishments, manner of performance, and the impact of the accomplishment. Each decoration has specific performance requirements for award, and an individual may receive only one decoration for any act, achievement, or period of service. Preparing a decoration recommendation. Although responsibility for submitting decoration recommendations primarily falls on the immediate supervisor, any person other than the individual being recommended having first-hand knowledge of the act, achievement, or service may recommend or contribute to a decoration recommendation by providing evidence or statements through the supervisor and chain of command of the member being recommended. All decoration recommendations should be considered for official use only until the awarding authority announces its final decision. Do not include any classified, highly sensitive, or special category information requiring special handling procedures in regular decoration recommendations. A memorandum or letter of justification may accompany the decoration recommendation to include concrete examples describing the action that was performed. When a decoration recommendation is being submitted for foreign military, separated or retired veterans, or for members of another branch of service, a memorandum or letter must be provided. Top Air Force decorations. The top Air Force decorations, as shown in Figure 8.1, are briefly described here. The Congressional Medal of Honor. The Congressional Medal of Honor is the highest decoration for heroism in military action that can be awarded to a member of the U.S. Armed Forces. The Medal of Honor is awarded for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of life above and beyond the call of duty while engaged in action against an enemy of the United States, while engaged in military operations involving conflict with an opposing foreign force, or while serving with friendly foreign forces engaged in an armed conflict against an opposing armed force in which the United States is not a belligerent party. The Medal of Honor is generally presented by the U.S. President to the recipient or the recipient's primary next of kin. Along with the prestige of being awarded the Medal of Honor for distinguished acts of valor, recipients, by law, also receive special benefits under the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, additional privileges, and entitlements. One example, although not required by law or military regulation, is that members of the uniformed services are encouraged to render salutes to recipients of the Medal of Honor as a matter of respect and courtesy, whether or not they are in uniform and regardless of rank or status. See Attachment 8, Air Force Medal of Honor recipients, and official record of location of birth and date of death. Note: according to the U.S. Medal of Honor Historical Society, the first Air Force recipient of the Medal of Honor was presented by President Lyndon B. Johnson on January 19, 1967, to Major Bernard F. Fisher for action in South Vietnam. Note: there are 3 versions of the Medal of Honor, one for each of the military departments of the Department of Defense: Army, Navy, and Air Force, with slight variations in design. Members of the Marine Corps and Coast Guard are eligible to receive the Navy version. The Distinguished Service Cross. The Distinguished Service Cross is the second highest decoration that can be awarded to a member of the U.S. Armed Forces. The Distinguished Service Cross, awarded to Air Force members as the Air Force Cross, is awarded for extraordinary heroism while engaged in action against an enemy of the United States, while engaged in military operations involving conflict with an opposing foreign force, or while serving with friendly foreign forces engaged in an armed conflict against an opposing armed force in which the United States is not a belligerent party. Actions that merit award of the Distinguished Service Cross, or service equivalent, must be of such a high degree that they are above those required for all other combat decorations, but do not merit award of the Medal of Honor. The Distinguished Service Medal. The Distinguished Service Medal is awarded for exceptionally meritorious service to the nation in a duty of great responsibility. In wartime, a duty of great responsibility is one that involves the exercise of authority or judgment in matters that decide the successful operation of a major command, activity, installation, or major program. The discharge of such duty must involve the acceptance and fulfillment of the obligation so as to greatly benefit the interests of the United States. The Silver Star. The Silver Star is the third highest military combat decoration that can be awarded to a member of the U.S. Armed Forces. It is awarded for gallantry in action while engaged in action against an enemy of the United States, while engaged in military operations involving conflict with an opposing foreign force, or while serving with friendly foreign forces engaged in an armed conflict against an opposing armed force in which the United States is not a belligerent party. Actions that merit the Silver Star must be of such a high degree that they are above those required for all other combat decorations, but do not merit award of the Meat Medal of Honor or a Service Cross. Legion of Merit. The Legion of Merit is awarded to U.S. Armed Forces personnel for exceptionally meritorious conduct in performance of outstanding duties. Duties must have been performed in a clearly exceptional manner. Foreign military personnel may be awarded the Legion of Merit for exceptionally meritorious conduct in the performance of outstanding services to the United States. Distinguished Flying Cross. The Distinguished Flying Cross is awarded for heroism or extraordinary achievement while participating in aerial flight for actions that are entirely distinctive, involving operations that are not routine. Airman's Medal. The Airman's Medal is awarded for heroism involving voluntary risk of life under conditions other than those of conflict with an armed enemy of the United States. Bronze Star Medal. The Bronze Star Medal is awarded for heroism, valor, or meritorious achievement or service not involving participation in aerial flight, while engaged in an action against an enemy of the United States, while engaged in military operations involving conflict with an opposing foreign force, or while serving with friendly foreign forces engaged in an armed conflict against an opposing armed force in which the United States is not a belligerent party. The Bronze Star Medal is awarded for valor in combat to a lesser degree than required for award of the Silver Star or the Legion of Merit. Purple Heart. The Purple Heart, as shown in Figure 8.2, is awarded for wounds received or death after being wounded in any action against an enemy of the United States, in any action with opposing forces of a foreign country in which the U.S. Armed Forces are or have been engaged, while serving with friendly foreign forces engaged in an armed conflict against an opposing armed force in which the United States is not a belligerent party, as a result of an act of any such enemy or opposing armed force, or as a result of an act of any hostile foreign force. The Purple Heart is a decoration that a member earns entitlement to, rather than being awarded through recommendation. Note: since 11 September 2001, a member on active duty who is attacked by a foreign terrorist organization that targeted a member of the U.S. Armed Forces due to such member's status as a member of the armed forces, unless the wound is the result of willful misconduct of the member, may be awarded the Purple Heart. An attack by an individual or entity shall be considered to be a foreign terrorist organization attack if the individual or entity was in communication with a foreign terrorist organization before the attack, and the attack was inspired or motivated by the foreign terrorist organization. Air Medal. The Air Medal is awarded for heroism or meritorious achievement while participating in aerial flight. The Air Medal is awarded to acts accomplished with distinction above and beyond that expected of professional airmen, but not of that warranting award of the Distinguished Flying Cross. Aerial Achievement Medal. The Aerial Achievement Medal is awarded for sustained meritorious achievement while participating in aerial flight. Meritorious Service Medal. The Meritorious Service Medal is awarded for outstanding meritorious achievement. Air Force Commendation Medal. The Air Force Commendation Medal is awarded for distinctive meritorious achievement and service. Air Force Achievement Medal. The Air Force Achievement Medal is awarded for outstanding achievement or meritorious service on behalf of the Air Force. 8.22 Special Trophies and Awards. The Air Force sponsors various special trophies and awards programs. Special trophies and awards are unique in that the commanders of major commands, field operating agencies, and direct reporting units must nominate individuals to compete for these awards. In most cases, commanders submit nominations annually. The competition among the nominees is keen. The commander's nomination alone serves as a meaningful recognition because nomination places the individual in competition with the best in the Air Force or the nation. Two examples of special trophies and awards are the 12 Outstanding Airman of the Year Award and the Lance P. Saijan Award. AFI 36-2805 Special Trophies and Awards lists various special trophies and awards programs. 8.23 Foreign Service Awards. Several Foreign Service Awards and decorations, to include North Atlantic Treaty Organization Awards, exist as recognition from a foreign governmental authority for active combat service or outstanding or unusually meritorious performance. Foreign awards and decorations may only be accepted after receiving approval from an official approval authority. 8.24 Non-military awards. Non-military awards may consist of a certificate, decoration, or award in recognition of death, injury, exceptional service, or meritorious service that was performed voluntarily as a public service or by patriotic motivation. Non-military awards and decorations may only be accepted after receiving approval from an official approval authority.